So I'm at the Bort Truck Show, and it is the end of the day, and a winner has been announced. And this is the winning truck. A beautiful 909 Freeman's. And here's a man in question. He's very shy, doesn't want to talk, right? But I'm going to grab him for 2 minutes anyway. Sam, how are you?
Good, Kermie. How you going?
Mate, excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
There's some quality material here today. So to win...
Definitely. There's some very nice trucks here today, and very humble to win Rig of the Show today. This truck is been in the works for about 2 years.
How long you had it on the road?
It's done. It's been on the road about 2 months.
Okay.
The work that's gone into this truck is from sign writing to fitment to bull bars and PDO hydraulics, and Heath Saunders, who painted the truck, did an amazing job.
And also runs this show.
Yes, yeah. And sign writing. But look, Heath did an amazing job. Just like to thank the Bort Truck Show again for today. It's good to win.
Mate,
it is.
It is.
And I didn't expect that. Like I walk around today, and I've been in transport for 30 odd years, and I just think there's a lot of exceptional trucks, and I just like, as a fleet owner, I like trucks to look good and present well on the road, and I think that goes a long way. And today shows that there's still inspiration in the industry for people to express that, and for young people to come through, and that's probably one of the biggest things, is young people coming through the industry now is to have inspiration to see what they can and can be in the transport.
Yeah, well, equipment like this gives some incentive.
It does. Definitely.
It shows the industry in the best light to the wider public, and that is very important because we all know how the industry's been treated over decades. Not so bad these days, I must admit, but still not great in terms of the way the media portrays the truck.
Oh no, and look, heavy vehicles over the years have had that problem, I suppose, in the general public's eye. But going forward, I think, for young people coming into the industry, truck shows are a good way of promoting transport.
Absolutely.
And, there's other options too, I suppose. But I think my biggest thing now is probably our drivers are getting older as such.
That's a problem.
There's a problem. And, and I'm willing to give young blokes a go and come on board, and you got to train them right. Yep. How you want it done, I think, is a big, and that's not everyone's way. But
so you don't grab an 18, 19-year-old off the street and pop them into this.
Oh, definitely not. But this is.
But it's
something. This is
what they aim for.
Definitely, they aspire to drive something like that, and it's a beautiful. It's a beautiful truck.
Work around the yard. You might hop in a Rigid. You might hop in a bigger truck, and then you'll get into something like this down the line when you've proven you can do what you do.
Definitely.
Because you're putting them in charge of looking at this truck well north of $500,000, I'd say.
That's right.
And then you're going to throw, could be a couple of $1 million worth of gear on the back that you cart into wherever.
That's right.
You've got to have faith in that, and that's all insurance.
Yes,
and the younger they are, as we know, the more expensive they are to insure.
And so, funny you should say that, Kermie. I've actually just put a young bloke on trial who's 21. He's had his licence for heavy HC for 2 months. Great young fella. And I saw an opportunity to give him a go and put him in a truck for a week with one of our older fellas.
Okay.
And just give him a run and learn about grain tippers and what goes with it, with loading and unloading and driving and through Melbourne traffic and loading off farm. And I think he'd be I think he'll go really well. So
You're giving young bloke a go, mate. And again, he'll tell his mates, and that's an incentive, because it is hard. It is difficult getting people in. As you said, everyone's getting older. Geez, I'm an interviewer, mate, and I'm getting to the point of needing walking.
And when you say, when you talk about insurance, and that's probably one of the biggest things I look at now, is that actually talking to my insurance company about someone that's had limited experience, under 25, and that excess and cost, which would come back to me, would be quite substantial. But I'm prepared to give the young bloke a go because I can see potential, and not only potential, but I've got to think of going forward.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah.
Well, hats off to you.
Thank you.
It is risk.
Yep.
And I'm sure you've vetted him pretty closely.
Oh yeah,
But-
and look,
but
and
it's still a risk.
as he said
Look,
to me,
shit happens.
Yeah,
We know that.
Well, it does, and you got to be prepared to take the risk. For me, as a company and an owner, you got to be prepared to take a risk going forward. But I think, as he said, he'd been to a few other places to get a job, and no one wanted to give him a go because he had any experience. So I look at that experience and say, well, I can give you that, and stick with me. And I think going forward, I think it's something I really have to look at with a fleet of trucks. I've been very lucky over the years to have employers that have been with us for 20 or 25 years. So
Speaks well of you.
it does, and I like to look after. They look after their equipment. Drivers do a great job of looking after the equipment, and I respect that. So and I like equipment to be presented well, and it seems to pay off. With getting drivers, very low turnover in drivers, so it's all part of it.
Yeah. Well, mate, we were going to talk about this truck and winning first prize, which came with $1,000 and
Yes.
and a very handy stubby holder.
Yes.
Quite a special one, actually.
Well, it is. It's very special.
We'll put a picture of that up so that people can see it. It was something quite different, actually. The
Yeah.
awards, they were very well done.
Great idea.
Yeah.
And look, for me, as I said before, Kermie, this rig of the show I never expected that. As I come up here to support the Bort Truck Show, I know Heath, a couple of my other trucks are here with drivers, and they were keen to come up and have a weekend away. And as I say to my wife, it's probably more of we're doing this and it's dedication to the transport industry, which comes with challenges, and same as any industry.
Yeah.
Everything's got its challenges, but sometimes you have to.
Yeah, what you're doing is giving back.
Well, you need to, you need to give back, and I think part of this truck, as you say, it blows out 500k pretty quick, but you got to look at where you've been and where you need to be with this 909, and potentially they're going to be rolling out to a different model of truck and 60-inch sleeper, which tear weight on the tipper game is probably one of our biggest things, but sometimes just suffice to get something that may be the end of an era to an extent.
Mate, you've worked hard for it.
What? Well, that's true.
These things don't come easily.
Well, they don't come cheap.
No, they don't, mate. Look, congratulations on winning a show. More importantly, congratulations for what you're doing with a young 21-year-old.
No worries.
And there'll be more like him.
Yes.
The more of people like yourself that we have in the industry, the better the industry will be now and going forward into the future.
I appreciate it, Kermie.
Sam, mate, champion, mate.
Thank
you
you
for talking to me.
Appreciate that.
For someone who was shy, he did all right, didn't he?
Good on you. Thanks, Kermie.
Good on you, my
Cheers,
friend.
mate.
Thank you, pal.
Good on ya.
See ya.
Bye.